Here are the steps to be able to steal a car. Take your flathead screwdriver, jam it into the upper side of the window. That's how you can flip the screwdriver into the window, pull it out, reach your arm in, and unlock the door. He tells me how a dent puller can be used to be able to take the ignition out of the car. Once you remove the entire ignition out of the car, you can literally just turn the crank with a flathead screwdriver and it will start the car. Then you have to take the car to the chop shop and they will pay me $5,000. They would literally chop up the stolen cars, they strip it for parts and resell them. This process was so much easier than hanging out on a block and selling crack. I'd already known how to drive from taking my mom's car with my sister, and a dent puller was easy to buy. I was excited about this new profession. This was the 90s. Stealing cars around my neighborhood was a very normal thing. In fact, in the back of one of the apartment buildings, there was parking spaces that were just for stolen cars. I'll never forget the very first car that I stole. I'm at the driver's side, I'm trying to jam the window. I finally get it open, I get inside of the car. I'm sitting in the driver's side trying to jam a dent puller that was this long into a slot. After messing up a couple of times, the ignition comes out, stick a flathead screwdriver in there, crank it up, I was gone with the wind. I had just made $5,000 in less than 60 seconds. I knew that I could repeat this process over and over and over again. It was time to become a millionaire. After a couple of months, I'm up to stealing 1 or 2 cars every week. I would spend money on the craziest things, from big bags of weed, to shoes, to clothes, skating ring parties.
Marcus would tell me he stole a car just in case I wanted to use it and needed to go somewhere. I wasn't really concerned about Marcus. I think I wasn't as mature to understand the repercussions behind what he was doing. I knew I wasn't going to tell my mom. I didn't want him to get in any trouble either.
I had so much cash in the house, I opened up a safety deposit box. But I'm still in church, I'm still going to Bible study, I'm making every basketball practice, and my grades were awesome.
The church would always recognize the students that were on the honor roll. I was so proud to see, Melanie and Marcus go up and stand up there with all the other kids.
My mom is proud of me, but if she wasn't on my back, I was trying to figure out a way to make more money. Dwayne was one of my best friends. I was in a math club, he was in a math club. We were both tutors at our school. We were on the same basketball team, and we both wanted to be able to go to the NBA. Dwayne and I were athletic, ambitious teenagers, but after school, we would smoke together. We would talk about basketball, we would talk about girls, or other times we would talk about the next crime that I was going to commit. Dwayne wasn't a part of that lifestyle, but I could tell that he was infatuated with this life. One day, Dwayne was like, hey, I want to learn how to steal a car. And I'm like, I got you. A couple of weeks later, Dwayne came to pick me up. He had a flathead screwdriver in his pocket. It was on. We're smoking weed on the way when I started to see my life in the future. I saw myself graduating from Duke University with an electrical engineering degree, but going on to play for the Chicago Bulls. I believe that stealing cars was just my path to make $1 million to go to college. And I also believed that all of the things that I was doing at church and at school would outweigh this other life that I lived in the shadows. I had no idea how horrible things would become